Władysław I Herman was a Duke of Poland from 1079 until his death. He was the second son of Casimir I the Restorer by his wife Maria Dobroniega, daughter of Vladimir the Great, Grand Duke of Kiev. Biography. As the second son, Władysław was not destined for the throne. However, due to the flight from Poland of his older brother Bolesław II the Bold in 1079, he was elevated to the rank of Duke of Poland. Opinions vary on whether Władysław played an active role in the plot to depose his brother or whether he was handed the authority simply because he was the most proper person, being the next in line in the absence of the king and his son Mieszko Bolesławicz. In 1080, in order to improve the relations between Poland and Bohemia, Władysław married Judith, the daughter of the Duke Wratislaus II. After this, the foreign policy of the Duke gravitated strongly towards appeasement of the Holy Roman Empire. He accepted overlordship of the empire, and when in 1085, while in Mainz, the Holy Roman Emperor Henry IV announced that his brother-in-law Wratislaus II to be king of Bohemia and Poland, Władysław did not object. He also never pursued the royal crown due to his subservient status. Soon after, he was forced by the barons of Poland to recall from exile in Hungary his nephew and rightful heir to the Polish throne, Mieszko Bolesławicz. The young prince accepted the overlordship of his uncle and gave up his hereditary claims in exchange for becoming first in line of succession. Władysław was forced to accept the terms of his nephew, because his eldest and only son at the time, Zbigniew, was illegitimate because he had been born from a union not recognized by the church. Władysław's relations with the emperor were considerably improved after his second marriage with his sister Judith in 1089. Władysław abandoned the alliance with Hungary favored by his deposed brother and joined the anti-papal camp. Also, he resumed paying tribute for Silesia to Bohemia. In addition, Kraków and Cieszyn were ceded to Bohemia. Luba's land was lost to Germany while Przemysl land in the east was lost to Halych-Ruthenia. Władysław did make attempts to regain the control of Pomerania and through numerous expeditions was temporarily able to do so, although Władysław was formally Duxton and overlord of Poland. In reality, the barons who banished his brother used this victory to strengthen the position. It's not surprising, therefore, that within a short time the Duke was forced to give up the government to his Count Palatine, a high-born noble named Cieszek. Cieszek's administration of the realm was negatively perceived by those of the barons who were not the beneficiaries of the power shift. The birth of the future Bolesław III completely changed the political situation in Poland. Mieszko Bolesławicz was already 17 at the time and was, by the previous agreement made after his return, the first in line to succeed. In 1089, Mieszko died under mysterious circumstances, probably poisoned on the orders of Cieszek and Duchess Judith Sophia. Almost immediately, Zbigniew was sent to Germany and placed in the Quedlinburg Abbey, with the idea of forcing his firstborn son to take the holy vows. Władysław intended to deprive him of any chance of succession. In 1090, Cieszek, with help of Polish forces under his command, managed to gain control of Gdansk, Pomerania, albeit for a short time. Major towns were garrisoned by Polish troops, the rest were burned, in order to thwart any future resistance. Several months later, however, a rebellion of native elites led to the restoration of the region's independence from Poland. Cieszek's tyrannical rule reflected negatively on Władysław, causing a massive political migration out of Poland. In 1093, Silesia rebelled, under comes Magnus with the assistance of the Bohemian and Polish knights welcomed Zbigniew after he escaped from Germany. However, soon Sieczek captured the prince and imprisoned him. The increasing dissatisfaction in the country forced the release of Zbigniew in 1097. Immediately after this, Vladislav appointed his sons as commanders of the army which was formed in order to recapture Gdansk, Pomerania. Simultaneously, a great migration of Jews from Western Europe to Poland began circa 1096, around the time of the First Crusade. Vladislav, a tolerant ruler, attracted the Jews into his domains, and permitted to settle throughout the entire country without restriction. Soon Zbigniew and Boleslaw decided to join forces and demanded that the reins of the government should be handed over to them. Vladislav agreed to divide the realm between the brothers, each to be granted his own province while he himself kept control of Mazovia and its capital at Plock. Vladislav also retained control of the most important cities i.e. Wrocław, Kraków and Sandomierz. Zbigniew's province encompassed Greater Poland including Gniezno, Kujawia, Lechnica and Sieradz. Boleslaw's territory included Lesser Poland, Silesia and Lubusland. However, Sieczek, alarmed by the evident diminution of his power, began to intrigue against the brothers. Vladislav decided to support him against his own sons. Defeated in 1101 and after the mediation of the Archbishop of Gniezno Martin, the Duke was forced to confiscate Sieczek's properties and exiled him. Vladislav died on the 4th of June 1102, without resolving the issue of succession, leaving his sons to struggle for supremacy. His body was interned in the Plock Cathedral. Churches founded. Vladislav founded several churches in Poland. Most notably, he was the founder of the Romanesque War Cathedral, of which the silver bells tower still remains standing. He was also very fond of St. Giles, to whom he founded no less than 3 churches, in Kraków, Linowlodz and Gibraltar. This is attributed to the fact that while his first wife was finally pregnant after 6 years of childless marriage, the Duke sent rich gifts to the Benedictine monastery of St. Giles in southern France, begging for a healthy child. When a boy was born, Vladislav began building churches in his honor. According to legend, he also founded a church on the Sand, dedicated to the Virgin Mary, which was later granted to the Carmelites. Health issues. According to Gallus Anonymous, Vladislav long suffered from a debilitating ailment that affected his legs. There is also a legend which states that in 1086 Vladislav was affected by terrible pox, with abscesses that affected his nose and face. According to the legend, Holy Virgin appeared in the Duke's dream and led him to find the cure in the sandy area outside the city. Once healed, Vladislav founded a church of Holiest Virgin Mary on the Sand, in the spot where he found the cure. Marriages an issue. Before Vladislav took the title of Duke of Poland, probably during the 1070s, he had a relationship with a certain Preklawa, whose exact origins are unknown, although some sources stated that she belonged to the Prodzich clan. Her status is also a matter of dispute among the historians. Some believed that she only was Vladislav's mistress and others asserted that she was his wife, but this union was performed under pagan rituals and in consequence not recognized by the church as a valid marriage. By 1080, 1 year after Vladislav ascended to the Polish throne, Preklawa either died or was sent away. It's believed by some sources that after she was dismissed by the Duke, Preklawa took the veil under the name of Christina and died around 1092. This union produced a son, Zbigniew, who was considered illegitimate. In 1080 Vladislav married firstly with Judith, daughter of Duke Vratislaus II of Bohemia. They had one son, Boleslaw III Rema. In 1089, Vladislav married secondly with Judith, daughter of Henry III, Holy Roman Emperor and widow of King Solomon of Hungary. They had 4 daughters. Sophia married Bef. 1108 to Yaroslav Svitopolkovich, Prince of Volhynia, son of Svitopolk II of Kiev. Agnes, Abbess of Quedlinburg and Gandersheim. Adelaide married Bef. 1118 to Dietrich III, Count of Vohburg and Margrave of the Northern March. A daughter married c. 1111 with the Polish lord. Ancestry